Well done, thank you very much, Simon. Thank you, everybody, for braving the elements. My goodness. Well, you know, you're right. You haven't got to brave it because it is beautiful and it is magical. And I think one of the things that sets everybody here and anyone who has a genuine passion for the natural world apart is the fact that you can see beauty in all elements, in all conditions, and nowhere better illustrates that than Brownsea Island. Now, as you know now, I have spent a bit of time here in the past. I've ferreted about the woodlands looking for the squirrels, as so many of us have, filmed the sika deer, and spent time out on the lagoon. And what that illustrated to me in the past was, despite the scale of the island, and someone's going to tell me now how many acres. How many acres is the island in total?
550.
550. It's not that big. It's a big patch, but it's not that big. It is so phenomenally rich. It is so varied. There is everything from heathland to lagoon to freshwater to woodland, and it is this kind of microcosm of life, not just of Dorset life, but of British wildlife. And that brings, I'm not going to go on for too long because we're going to get too soggy and I'm not close enough to the ribbon to cut it, but it does bring me on to a slightly bigger picture about what it is that the Dorset Wildlife Trust, the Somerset Wildlife Trust, the Trust for Wiltshire, every single county trust is promoting at the moment, and that is a living landscape. So whilst everybody is looking at the detail, the microcosm of life on their doorstep, and thank goodness we all are, we have this sense of pride and passion for what's on our own doorstep. We also have this big picture concept which is joining the whole lot together. Now that might be a slight irony when you're on an island. You say, how can an island be part of a living landscape? Because it's cut off by the sea. Well, just look at what's on the lagoon there. You've got a quarter of Britain's avocets sitting out there right now. Britain's breeding avocets come here to Brownsea because it rocks, because it's cool, because they love it. And that just shows that the birds and the beasts don't see the borders, they don't see the difference, they do see the living landscape. And the more that we, holistically, as a nation, join together and bring that energy together to preserve this natural heritage, the better it is for all of us. There you are, I've prattled on for too long. I'm so excited to go after the hide, the Mac hide. I think it's a great heritage. Clifford MacDonald, everyone's going to say, what's that got to do with a burger? Nothing whatsoever, nothing to do with a burger, entirely to do with the force of nature, which is the volunteers that make the trusts work. You are forces of nature, literally in every sense. That is a wonderful legacy for a man who clearly, sadly I never met. He was here when I was born. I was rocking around in Nairobi in 1962. Here he was. I've just met a friend of his, a colleague, who was telling me he was here chiselling away at the woodland and making Brownsea managed and beautiful and work. You know, you used an analogy of a business. Managing wildlife is a business. It has to be, because we live on a crowded isle. We can't do it unless we work alongside the natural world. Clifford was clearly one of those people, Mac as he liked to be known, and what a brilliant legacy that he has got the pole position on the lagoon, named after him, to look at not just the beautiful avocets in winter, but the terns in summer. Now, at this point, I should have a pair of scissors and snip something, but I think this is the point at which we're going to walk along and do just that at the hide. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming today. It's a pleasure to see you all.